for the people that don't know, man, that dang on college football championship, crazy. I don't think I don't think that game could have been any better than what it was.
The first half could have been better.
Well, I mean, it was a defensive struggle. It was a defensive struggle. Georgia had a point to prove because, I mean, let's be honest. A month before, you got 40 points put on you. After your average was like 6. And then Alabama comes in, put up 40, 42? Something crazy like that, 45.
41-27.
So I think that defense took it personal. And, I think they took it out on Michigan, and then they had the chance to take it out on again. They had, they were able to redeem themselves, but the game was crazy, man. It was a lot of. I felt like it was some blown calls. That's my viewpoint. What about you guys? If you watched it?
I mean, like I watched it, and like I said, it was a slow first start. The first quarter, it was only 3 points. Second quarter, I think it was only like maybe 9 points.
Halftime, 9-6.
Right, 9-6. So I mean, it was definitely a slow start. I definitely thought it was going to be one of those games like it's just nothing but field goals. But that, like I said, both sides of the defense played well in the first half. So that's why pretty much the first half was like how it is. But then second half came around. Alabama came out strong, answered their first 2 drives with a field goal and a touchdown, went up, and then I guess Bennett woke up, and he was like, what I'm saying, it's time for me to redeem myself. So
yeah, man. And the crazy thing about him, he was a walk-on.
Right.
Third string to start the season.
Right. So that's why I ain't gonna lie. I was rooting for Georgia yesterday, man. I really was, just because I was, you see Alabama in it every year, man. It's just like, you're getting tired of seeing that. So it's like the fact that Georgia was able to pull it out, especially after a 41-year drought. I was rooting for Georgia yesterday, and like I said, Bennett he showed out yesterday in the fourth quarter, and he showed his clutch gene right there. So
yeah,
go Georgia.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Man, everything the opposite of what I said was going to happen happened. Like, Alabama runs the ball so stinking well, and Georgia has not run the ball well. And the other day they had 150 yards on 19 carries, and so and then on the other side of the ball, Georgia averaged less than 3 yards a carry, or Alabama, and so like I don't know where this came from. I mean, this just hasn't been a thing. So yeah, sure, the running game did work, but it just worked for the wrong team that I predicted. And I don't feel bad about that. Like I love the game. I don't have no preference who wins, but like even though we give Stetson Bennett credit and all that stuff, like that run game was key. The defense was key. I mean, Alabama ran all over them and then would get in field goal range, and the defense would hold strong. I mean, you look at the stats, man. Alabama ran up yards. They were way better on third down, everything except for when it mattered. When in the red zone, the third down was just not there. But listen, man, you got a name like Stetson Bennett. You're either going to be like a cowboy or a football player. So at quarterback, so I wasn't surprised when I saw that name. I said, listen, this kid can ball, I'm sure. But I was surprised how good it was. But yeah, I mean that running game, man, it makes a huge difference. Like when Alabama can't run the ball, it shows, because now their quarterback's having to, they're just, man, them linemen were just peeling their ears back and just flying at him all night. Like he had no time, So kudos to Georgia for their game plan. I don't know how Alabama just broke down like that. I mean, we're talking about a guy who ran for almost 200 yards in the last game. Couldn't even get 3 yards to carry this time. So kudos to Georgia.
Yeah, man. I think Georgia is faster defensively. Faster than people think, man, because you think, they got some big boys over there. You like, they not sideline to sideline, but they were running Bryce Young down.
Man, whoever, I forgot to do his name, number 99 on Georgia. I think his last name is
Jordan Davis.
Man, dude, that is a big boy right there, man. And I think I think he was kind of another reason why the running game was kind of slowed down a little bit, but. That's a big boy. They got some big boys down there in Georgia, man.
Yeah, man. And what I liked with Georgia, man, they kept at it. Because after, that fumble that I didn't really think it was a fumble because you clearly see his arm going forward.
It was questionable call. Yeah,
I'm like, that ain't a fumble. That's an incomplete pass. Now, if you want to call it intentional grounding, then okay. But, they could have folded after that. Because think about it. Alabama went and scored. And then, but Bennett, he fought back. He had that big pass to the freshman receiver.
Right, that was a free play.
Same corner twice.
That was a free play too, because they got a flag on that play too.
Right, but remember the play before that, he got a pass interference.
He did
because he got cooked.
Yeah.
And then it was like, we're gonna try it again. Hit this go round. We're gonna see if he can, what happens. But that the whole game was crazy, man. And I think just for Georgia, the state of Georgia, with what happened a few years ago when they played Alabama. I don't think you'll ever get the taste out your mouth with what happened with the Falcons. But for a football team to finally win in the state of Georgia, I think that helped a little.
So I got a quick question for y'all. So at the end of the game, do y'all think he should have went down with that interception, or do you think he was trying to make a statement with that touchdown?
You know what? If I'm the player, I do the same thing. But if I'm the coach, I'm like, bro, get down. Because I don't need you taking a hit and then they recover and then they score the next play. Because now you tired. So,
I like it because he took it to the sideline. He had it on his outside arm. So worst case scenario, man, if he fumbled like that, I feel like that ball was going out of bounds.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. I loved it. Because
I think
it did make the game look like it was a lot more lopsided than it really was. The game was a lot closer than the score looked because of that pick. But yeah, man, if you got a shot to close out a game, you close it out, man. Don't Now I guess they could have just knelt it, whatever, and all that, but still, man.
I was only asking that because they showed on the replay the coach was telling them to go down.
Yeah, he was like,
what I'm saying.
No,
but me personally, I would have scored. You know what I'm saying? I want to put the nail in the coffin. I
think all three of us, if we were in that position, we would. I'm returning it.
I'm scoring.
I don't think when you watch him first take off, the field was so crowded. I don't think he thought he was going to make it. I thought he was going to. Because I truly believe if he had run into a crowd, I think he would have gone down on his own. Like if he ran into but all of a sudden he was running. He's like, oh shoot, I got good blocking, and he just kept going. No one touched him. I think if he saw 3 or 4 defenders there, he probably would have gone down. But when he saw that, when he started going, and all of a sudden he kept going and going, and he's like, he was kind of jogging at one point, man. He was just kind of like reading, like, whoa, what's going to happen? And then as soon as he saw the blocking, man, he just took off. He's like, oh, I'm gone. So, I like that play.
Did y'all watch the whole thing, like when he was crossing the end zone? Did you see his blocker get lit up? Rewatch that play, number 47 for Georgia. He was trying to block. He trying to clean somebody up, and he got.
No. This guy's a champion. All right, let's not put him on a meme. He's a champion. All right,
no, he's definitely a meme.
At the end of the day, he a champion. He a champion.
He got whacked.
He not worried about that. He just like, hey, it was the last play. It is what it is. I'm a champion. You can have it.
Sometimes you just gotta let stuff go because the way he got hit, I would have been like, bruh, don't ever do that again. If your boy already gone, just let him go.
My thing is, look, he like, you can have it right now because at the end of the day, we got.
He was concussed. He was concussed this morning. I guarantee it.
Hey man, 7 players from Alabama entered the portal to possibly travel to another school next year, so it's going to be interesting. But
really,
yeah.
Did they say which ones?
Yes, last I heard 7 players have already entered the portal to transfer to. Well, at least see. They're at least going to see what their money is elsewhere. So it could get interesting.
Unless I'm Jordan Davis or that linebacker number 17. You ain't getting no big money.
You could, we could really see, some stuff change up next year. Alabama might take a hit because of this. But
you say Bama? Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
Bama. Yeah,
I was thinking of Georgia. My bad.
no, 7 Bama players. So could get interesting next year, you know. But
well, you know what that is? They don't want to wait. They like, bruh, I need to play immediately. I ain't trying to be no 4-year guy.
and get paid too.
They ain't get paid.
Exactly. Like, think about the running back for them last night, Robinson. He was behind Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Damian Harris. Who was the other running back? Derrick Henry, I believe. Like, dude, he wasn't getting no time until now. And
I mean, yeah,
three
we
of the
saw
guys he was playing behind are starting running backs in the playoffs now.
Joe Burrow did it before you know, anyone even, you know, was getting paid. He was like, listen, man, I can't sit here. I'm legit. Like, let me go somewhere where I can show I'm legit. And he did that.
Jamison Williams was at Ohio State before he left and went to Bama.